येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् No. Balachandran, will you just mute your audio? Yeah. Kindly mute. Chandrasekhar will repeat after me, so that everybody can repeat. Om yenaksharasamaamnayam
Om yenaksharasamaamnayam
Go ahead.
Yenaksharasamaamnayam
Adhigamya maheshwarat
Adhigamya maheshwarat Adhigamya maheshwarat
Yenaksharasamaamnayam adhigamya maheshwarat
Yenaksharasamagamyam adhigamya maheshwarat Yenaksharasamagamyam adhigamya maheshwarat.
No. Just hear me. Yenaksharasamaamnayam adhigamya maheshwarat. Samaamnayam
adhigamya maheshwarat.
Kritsnam
Yenaksharasamaamnayam adhigamya maheshwarat.
Kritsnam vyakaranam proktam
Kritsnam vyakaranam proktam Kritsnam vyakaranam proktam
Tasmai paninaye namaha
Tasmai paninaye namaha Tasmai paninaye namaha.
Kritsnam vyakaranam proktam Tasmai paninaye namaha.
Kritsnam vyakaranam proktam Tasmai paninaye namaha. Kritsnam vyakaranam proktam Tasmai paninaye namaha.
Vakyakaram vararuchim
Actually, Amaji, I use the board to repeat. So,
okay. Vakyakaram vararuchim
Vakyakaram vararuchim Vakyakaram vararuchim
Bhashyakaram patanjalim
Bhashyakaram patanjalim Bhashyakaram patanjalim
Paninim sutrakarancha
Paninim sutrakaram cha Paninim sutrakaram cha
Pranatosmi munitrayam
Pranatosmi munitrayam Pranatosmi munitrayam
Vakyakaram vararuchim Bhashyakaram patanjalim Vakyakaram vararuchim Bhashyakaram patanjalim
Vakyakaram vararuchim Bhashyakaram patanjalim Vakyakaram vararuchim Bhashyakaram patanjalim
Paninim sutrakarancha Pranatosmi munitrayam
Paninim sutrakaram cha Pranatosmi munitrayam पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्
वागर्थाविव सम्पृक्तौ
वाकर्ताविव सम्पृक्तौ
वागर्थ प्रतिपत्तये
वागर्त प्रतिपत्तये
वागर्थाविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्थ प्रतिपत्तये
वागर्ताविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्त प्रतिपत्तये
जगतः पितरौ वन्दे
जगतः पितरौ वन्दे
पार्वती परमेश्वरौ
पार्वती परमेश्वरौ
So together, along with me, all of you recite these three prayers. येनाक्षरसमाम्नायमधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम् वागर्थाविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्थः प्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः Namaskaram to everybody. This opening session is really a session for us to look at Sanskritam from the eyes of the one who gave us this great classical grammar. Our first prayers, salutations is to Panini. Even though before Panini there were other grammarians, we say Tasmai Paninaye Namaha, unto the great Panini my Namaha. Why? Why do you salute him? Because Kritsnam Vyakaranam Proktam. He is the one Proktam. Prakarshena Uktam. He is one who gave us clearly what? Kritsnam Vyakaranam. Complete grammar was given to us by Panini. And how did he give us this grammar? Adhigamya. By having understood. So, this having understood what? Akshara Samamnayam. This group of letters, Aksharani, the group of letters, having understood. How did he understand? He understood from Maheshwarat. Lord Shiva himself gave Panini a group of letters. So, Akshara Samamnayam Adhigamya. This is the Adhigamya, Twa Lyap. Twa becoming Lyap, and therefore it takes an accusative case. Having understood Akshara Samamnayam, a group of letters. So, from who? From Shiva. By whom was this understood? Panini na. By Panini, yena. By Panini, Akshara Samamnayam was understood, given by Lord Shiva, from Lord Shiva, and by whom it was understood, unto him. This is a relative, correlative verse. By whom it was understood, unto him. Yena tasmai. Yat tat yena tasmai. By whom it was understood, unto him, Panini Namaha. Why? Lord Shiva gave him, he could have kept quiet, but no, he translated that into this amazing Kritsnam Vyakaranam, the entire grammar, and therefore our Namaha to him. It is taking refuge in him that we are able to study Sanskritam grammar. And not only him, Vakyakaram Vararuchim. In this Indian Sanskritam, the grammar tradition, we salute three munis, three sages. And so Vakyakaram Vararuchim. Vararuchi is called Vartikakara. I will talk about him in a few minutes. He is a Vartikakara or Vakyakara. The one who wrote Vartika. The second verse, the one who wrote Vartika. Vartika is a commentary on the sutras. It has a certain style. We will talk about that in a minute. So unto this Vararuchi was a co-student of Panini. He is also known as Katyayana. Katyayana or Vararuchi, they were both Vararuchi or Katyayana, whichever word you use. This Katyayana or Vararuchi and Panini, they were two disciples of this Guru Varshopadhyaya. Okay. And so they lived around the same time, of course. Panini is said to have lived somewhere between 300 BC to 2900 BC. That's all. Only approximately 5,000 years ago. 300 BC to 2900 BC is the time given for Panini. And like Swamiji would say, he was a Pakistani. Because he was born in a village called Shalatura, which is current Lahore. He was born in a village called Shalatura, which is currently called Lahore, and therefore Panini is a Pakistani. And so this Panini had, his mother's name is Dakshi, and therefore he is also known as Dakshi Putra. He has another name, Panina, Panini or Panina or Shalaturya. These are the different names to talk about Panini. And so if it is Panini, or he is also known as Panina or Dakshi Putra or Shala Turya. All these names refer to Panini. Okay? And so Panini is looked upon as a father of linguistics, and he gave us this sutra literature called Ashtadhyayi, the book of 8 chapters, a masterpiece in language studies. Katyayana or Vartikakara, who was also disciple of Varshopadhyaya, Varsha, he also lived around the same time, naturally. And the third person here is Bhashyakaram Patanjalim. Patanjali is called Bhashyakara. And this Patanjali is different from the Yoga Sutra Patanjali, is different from the Ayurveda Patanjali. And Patanjali here is called Mahabhashyakara. Mahabhashyakara. Adi Shankaracharya is known as Bhashyakara, whereas Patanjali is called Mahabhashyakara. Whereas, as I said, Katyayana is Vartikakara. He is Vartikakara. That means clearly there are 2 other forms of literature that follow the sutra literature. There is a difference between what is a Vartika and what is a Mahabhashya. And here we say a Vartika is Ukta Anukta Duruktanam Chinta Yatra Pravartate. Tam Grantham Vartikam Prahuhu Vartikagnaha Manishinaha. What is Vartika? Well, we know Panini wrote Sutra. We will talk about what is a Sutra in a little while. Let us understand the 3 great Munis of the tradition. When Panini wrote Sutra, his co-student, Guru Bhai, is always a rivalry between Guru Bhais and Guru Bhens, When there is a common Guru, the disciples become like brothers and sisters. They get into fights. And so we have a beautiful story coming up about Panini and about Vartikakara. But here, what Vartikakara did, Ukta Anukta Durukta. Ukta, Anukta and Durukta. What was said? Chinta yatra pravartate. So what was said by Panini, elaborating what was said, and Anukta, what was not said. If he elaborated what was said, that's a nice thing to do. But remember, he was Guru Bhai. So he was looking for trouble also. And therefore, what was not said, whatever was missed by Panini, that he thought should have been told by him, So Anukta, what was not said by Panini in those sutras, Katyayana put in his Vartika. And Durukta. What is Durukta? Durukta doesn't mean what was badly said. So Dukkhena Uktam, Duruktam. What is difficult to say means what was not clear, or there were those challenging areas was also mentioned by his commentary, and therefore Durukta is difficult. So a work which addresses these three areas, Ukta, Anukta, Duruktanam Chinta Yatra Pravartate, Tam Grantham Vartikam Prahuhu Vartikagnaha Manishinaha iti. Katyayana is a Vartikakara, a great Muni, a great Pandita, a great sage. And who is the third one? So the third one is Patanjali. And what does Patanjali do? Patanjali writes the Mahabhashyam. So he is the one who wrote Mahabhashya, and so he is Mahabhashyakara. What is the difference between a Vartikakara and a Mahabhashyakara? Mahabhashyakara, what does he do? Sutrartho varnyate yatra vakyaihi sutranusaribihi swapadani cha varnyante bhashyam bhashyavido viduhu. This verse explains what is bhashyam. So what is bhashyam? He says sutrartho varnyate yatra. A bhashya describes the meaning of the sutra. A bhashya describes the meaning of the sutra. Bhashya describes the meaning of the sutra and how sutranusaribihi vakyaihi, in the order of the sutras. How the sutras are written in the same order, it describes the meaning of the sutra. Not only that, also he describes whatever words he uses. Patanjali also uses his own words to describe. He explains his own words also. Swapadani cha varnyate. Varnyante bhashyam bhashyavido viduhu. And so we have, these are the three Munitrayam in our tradition. Vakyakaram Vararuchim, Bhashyakaram Patanjalim, Paninim Sutrakarancha Pranatosmi Munitrayam. And then the third prayer that we chant, Vagarthaviva Sampriktau Vagartha Pratipattaye. So Vag and Arthau, Vakcha, Arthascha. The third prayer is for Lord Shiva and Parvati. It's a very beautiful prayer of, I think, Kalidasa. And so it says here, Vakcha Arthascha, Vak Arthau. So there is a sandhi there, as you can see, Vagarthau Iva gives you Vagarthaviva. So like Vak and Artha, like the Shabda and the Artha. Vak, when you say, we mean Shabda. Artha, when you say, you mean the meaning. Shabda means the word, the Shabda Rashi, words. how a word and its meaning, vagarthau iva sampriktau, how they are joined. Vag and artha, vakcha arthascha vagarthau. How a word and its meaning are joined, they are inseparable. You can't separate. Can you separate a word and its meaning? If I ask you, what is this? You say chalk. No, now, can you think of a chalk without its meaning? Can you think of the word chalk without its meaning? If it's a word, it has to have a meaning. My guru would say Gagabugan. Gagabugan, what is the meaning? Gagabugan. Oh, the meaning of Gagabugan is Loda Lodan. Oh, what is Loda Lodan? Come on, these are not words. If it is a word, if it's a padam, it is subantam, otherwise tingantam. Suptingantam padam. And therefore don't go on wala wala and tell me these are words. A word and its meaning you cannot separate. Vagarthau iva sampriktau. How they are joined together. For what? Why are they joined? Vag artha pratipattaye. For the sake of pratipatti, for the sake of revealing the meaning of the word. For you to get the meaning, the word and its meaning are one. Vagartha pratipattaye. In the same way, jagataha pitarau. Jagataha pitarau. Jagat. So the parents of the world. No, Ammaji, Pita is written here. The father, he is a father. He is not a mother because Pitarau it is said. But remember, Au. You can say Pita if he is singular. Pita, Pitarau. Neta, Netarau, Netaraha. But Pita, Pitarau, Pitaraha. And therefore, Pita cha Mata cha Pitarau. When Pita and Mata come together, Mata melts into Pita and becomes Pitarau. Only the affix indicates both father and mother. They are as inseparable. Who are inseparable? Parvati Parameshwarau, who are Jagatav Pitarau, unto them Vande. Both are in accusative because Aham Vande. I salute Jagatav Pitarau, who's Parvati Parameshwarau, and they are what? They are inseparable, like Vag and Artha are inseparable. So is Shiva and Parvati. And so these are the three traditional prayers that we shall use every class when we begin. And moving forward, we need to know, so before Panini, did Panini alone write grammar? What happened? You said Veda is over 10,000 years old, but Panini wrote his grammar only 5,000 years ago. What happened between the 10,000 and first 5,000 years? We have before Panini many other grammarians were there. So here is the history of India. Who were the grammarians? We have Kashyapa, was a great grammarian before Panini. We have Senaka, another grammarian before Panini. We have Apishali. We have Apishali. We have Spotayana. And so on. There were many great grammarians even before Panini comes into the picture. Okay. We do not know how ancient is this language really. Not enough research has been done about Sanskritam. The only research we have, all the dates that are given is what the British gave us in their research. And therefore, we have this Sanskritam. Indian scholars don't date it like they do. We say it is Deva Bhasha. It is at least 10,000 BC, because Veda is over 10,000 BC means the Vedic Sanskritam was over 10,000 BC, the Vedic Sanskritam. But what are we studying? We are not studying Vedic Sanskritam, we are studying classical Sanskritam. We are studying classical Sanskritam from the time of Kalidasa, which is a turn of the millennium 1 AD. And so here we need to understand that there is no other human language in the world, which has such a system to cover the entire language. It is said Sanskritam is like a wild elephant. And Panini used sutras to bind this elephant with a string. The string is the sutra. And therefore, whether you study Paninian grammar sutras or not, whether you continue this class or not, you must always remember that whatever grammar we know is what Panini expressed. Whatever grammar exists in the world today is what Panini expressed. And so here, there is a story in Katha Sarit Sagar which talks about, very interesting. We have hope when you hear about Panini's story, It is said that Panini, among the group of students, he was a very, very dull student. He was a dullard, dullard. He was very dull among all the disciples of Varshopadhyaya. And who were the others? This Vararuchi, this Katyayana and others were there. But one thing about Panini was, he was greatly devoted to his guru. He was totally devoted to his guru. And this made the Guru Patni very happy. She really liked Panini because he was so much dedicated to the Guru, and she took great care of Panini. And one day she goes to him and tells him, this mind of yours is such, why don't you go to Himalayas? Go to Himalayas and do tapas to Lord Shiva. You do tapas to Lord Shiva, you take his blessings, please him, and ask him to grant you this knowledge of Sanskritam. Well, Panini did. As Guru Patni told, he went to the Himalayas. He did his tapas. And he came back after many years. When he came back, there was already a new grammar system which was in the market. This Vararuchi or Katyayana, he had been taught another grammar system. The language, the sounds were there, Sanskritam was there. But a grammar system to be able to hold this language. And this other form of grammar which was there was Indra Vyakaranam. It's called Aindra. It's called Aindram. From Indra, Indra gave this knowledge called Aindram. Aindram Vyakaranam. So, Vararuchi had received Aindra Vyakaranam as a boon from Lord Indra, Indradeva. And Panini challenged Vararuchi. He challenged Vararuchi, and in a contest which took 8 days, this contest took 8 days, what happened? Vararuchi was defeated and Panini emerged as the greatest grammarian. Okay. So you can see why Vararuchi had a little bit of, problem with him. And so whatever Panini wrote, he challenged and he wrote the Vartika later. And so we have this Ashtadhyayi of Panini. They say there were 9 systems of grammar. Aindram, Chandram, Kashakritsnam, Kaumaram, Shakatayanam, Saraswatam, Chapishalam, Shakalam, Paniniyakam. There were 9 systems of grammar. We are unable to even understand one system. There were 9 systems of grammar. You could choose between Aindra grammar or Kashakritsnam or Kaumaram. You can pick whichever grammar system you want to study Sanskritam. Oh really, Ammaji, why didn't you tell us that before? I think I will prefer to study in Aindra grammar. If you have lived 1,000 years ago, maybe that grammar system was around. But a grammar system which is completely available to us, complete as it was given, even today, is only Paninian grammar. All the other systems, really they went extinct over time. And so we have here only one person we know in our Ramayana, a Navavyakarana Pandita. Who was he? Hanumanji. Hanumanji in Ramayana, Valmiki calls him a Navavyakarana Pandita. And so we don't know too many other people who knew the 9 systems of grammar. And so here we have only Paninian grammar to go by. And the Paninian grammar, the most ancient systematic grammar in the world, is Paninian grammar, which is called Ashtadhyayi. It is called Ashtadhyayi. Ashtadhyayi or Ashtakam, a book of 8 chapters. A book of 8 chapters. And the 2 unparalleled features of Panini's work, unparalleled, is brevity and comprehensiveness. Brevity of form and comprehensiveness of content. The system of any other language in the world which has this kind of a brevity and comprehensiveness in content. And therefore, many scholars and linguists around the world, of people of great eminence, they praise Panini's work as one of the greatest monuments of human intelligence, They have quoted it this way, one of the greatest monuments of human intelligence. They call it a masterpiece of the first rank, a miracle of ingenuity, a miracle of ingenuity, etc. And so we have Ashtadhyayi, this great work. No other language to this day has been so perfectly described as Panini's Ashtadhyayi. And so here, is that all Panini wrote? Did he only write Ashtadhyayi? No. Panini, along with Ashtadhyayi, he has written some support literature also. For you to study Ashtadhyayi is Ashtakam, 8 chapters. With this he wrote Dhatu Patha, support literature. He gave us the Dhatu Patha. Let me put it in the verse form so you can remember if you wish. Ashtakam Dhatu Pathascha. Ashtakam Dhatu Pathascha Ganapathas Tathaivacha. Ganapathas Tathaivacha. It is photos le. Tathaivacha Linganushasanam Shiksha. Linganushasanam Shiksha Paniniya Amikramat. So this is what he wrote, Ashtakam. Ashtakam means the 4,000 sutras given in 8 chapters. Ashtakam. 4,000 sutras is Ashtakam, and Dhatu Patha. He wrote a work which has 2,200 dhatus, roots, called Dhatu Patha. Ganapatha. Ganapatha refers to groups of words. There are 250 groups. 250 groups are there. 250 groups are there. Here you have 2,000 approximately roots, and here you have approximately 4,000 sutras. So Ganapatha is about 250 groups of words. Linganushasanam means a work which gives you the rules of gender of nouns. How you decide the gender of the nouns is linga. Linga is gender. Pullinga, strilinga, napumsaka linga. Linga anushasanam. The teaching which gives you rules of gender. And shiksha. Shiksha is phonetics. Shiksha is phonetics. And all these Paniniya Amikramat, these are all given to us by Panini. And therefore, we have Panini. What is this sutra literature of Panini? He is also, I wanted to just mention, he is considered to be father of computing machines. Panini. They talk about his Vyakaranam, his grammar, has such a sophistication that it has a computing power equivalent to the, what is that, the Turing, that machine which broke the German codes during World War II. So equivalent to that Turing machine, that powerful is Panini's system of meta-language of sutra literature. And when we meet again next week, we shall introduce what is this sutra literature. We'll look at the sutras, where it all began from Lord Shiva. What were those sutras that he gave, that Akshara Samamnayam, that group of letters was given by Lord Shiva to Panini. Amazing how he held those sounds and created this masterpiece, grammar literature for all of us to fall back on and learning Sanskritam. And so, while we have many great grammarians of this tradition, Paninian Vyakaranam continues to be with us and help us access the Vedic knowledge. So with this, I close here. We'll pick it up in the next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.